So, Fritz fam, starting off the video, doing a special favor for a friend, Cris Capp at Aquatic Art. Oh, check-in. We were close by the airport because we flew in today. He needed to pick up a shipment. Gotta go to check-in, Jimmy. We'll grab the shipment for you, take it over to his facility here in Denver. We're going to teach you about what we're unboxing in the video. So, stay tuned. Do you have my fishing coral? It's always best, in my opinion, well, especially if you're in Denver, to put it inside the vehicle where it's nice and warm. The boxes feel cold. All right, thank you. He left already. I was gonna tell him to like and subscribe, but you should like and subscribe too. Trust me, they're all gonna be so good.
There's a button over there.
Hop in.
Oh.
Hello, I'm here with some fish and coral.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. All right, so we're here at Chris's shop. We've been here before. If you remember the 50 Stores in 5 Days tour with Coral Fish 12G, we actually featured a lot of the coral in that tank right over there. He had a grafted Montipora, right?
The Montipora, yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow when we have all the lights, I'll show you kind of a good example of that with the Rainbow Splice Millie.
Yeah.
And you can see how the green is actually more of a peach now because some of that has infected, but not the all red.
All right, let's get to this. I know these coral have come from a long way. We thought it came from LA, but Cris told me it came from Indo. So how long have these coral been in shipment?
Probably about 20 hours. Why does it say cold-blooded on there?
I don't know, that concerned me, honestly.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah. I am so curious. This is like opening up Christmas presents, set. He's gonna keep this stuff and I don't get to have it. Look at that, Jimmy. You can see what's in here. There's a meat brain special color. I wanna see that.
Some bubbles, some logos, plates. On our invoice, they'll give scientific names. So here's our first one, which is a torch.
How's it looking?
You know, usually when we inspect them, we look for anything dead, which that actually looks really good.
Good.
But we also look to see what's in, you know, the color of the water. And though this water is nice and clear, so
now,
that's
do you
a
have
good.
to take temperature of that water?
You know, usually I'm going to get them up to speed as quick as I can, no matter what. And so I put a heater in here. Usually I'll take a temperature if it's really cold, but these aren't so cold. I guess experience
not
lasts.
much of an adjustment.
Yeah, not much of an adjustment. So then we'll just take, it's kind of nice that they put those on so they can float. They'll float in the bag, especially with the euphyllia. You don't want the tissue knocking up against the bag
That is
during
the most
shipments.
sensitive part. If that tissue gets cut on that skeleton, that could lead to bacterial infections and then obviously it dying from that.
Brown jelly, which is the nemesis of this. So we're going to put it in our dip over here, which is
That's Revive.
this is Revive, yes. The only things I don't put in Revive, especially on a transship, are the SPS corals, the acros.
Right.
So they'll go right into our second dip, which is Cipro and Erythromycin.
Right.
Our process is really going through Revive to get all the bugs off, and then here is a bacterial treatment, and then they'll go into our tanks.
Dipping coral is an absolute. You do not want, so even from a fish store, just put it right into your aquarium. There could be pests on it and now it's in your aquarium and now you've got a real problem.
I don't know if there's a possibility to ever get 100% pest free, so everybody should do it. It's like washing your hands, you know, I mean, you should do that too. So this is, I can't remember what this one, it looks like a little Symphilia. Kind of beat up, you know, the tissue's receded. There's no breaks in the skeleton, maybe just a little bit there. And you can see that's a little bit of damage from shipment. So we'll address that tomorrow, but I like that one. All right, we'll go in here.
So this is Nicole. She doesn't have a mic on, but this is Chris's lovely wife. And a lot of times with fish stores, there's a lot of independent fish stores. These are small businesses. These are late hours. Got a good team here. Luckily, they like doing this, or it would be pure torture.
There's one of the Trachyphilias.
That one looks great too.
Yeah, it's in good shape. We'll see how he puffs up.
And he'll puff up big because that's a big skeleton.
He
you know,
should,
so
yeah.
About that
Yeah.
big, right? So.
Not to damage them too much, but you can see how the tissue's all the way around.
That's super healthy, yeah.
Yep.
And if you see this starting to come up to the edge, that's not healthy, right?
To the edge or any breaks that are little arid canals or whatever that will go through, then it just creeps over the side and then it starts to go. And these corals are really tough to get back to healthy once they start to have a break like that. So we'll get him in.
Oh,
Shipment, another torch coral.
now they had glued that to that rock in the first place, so it just came unglued here, right?
It actually broke, the skeleton broke
Oh,
right
wow.
there. But what they do is they put this putty on there. And so it's just like our 2-part putty, and then they'll put it in. These are all aquacultured or maricultured, but it just broke in shipment. So we're gonna frag these corals anyway, so this is a frag. Heliofungia. The polyps will get about that long on this coral or longer once it gets in there. So we'll get him in.
And he looks good. Now again, they puff up big and
They puff up
tentacles.
big.
Great solution for not putting an anemone in your tank. Put one of those. Those are great.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Another torch coral. The one good thing, you know, you can see this head's maybe a little bit a question, but that's what the Cipro and Ethramycin's for. But look at how many heads are on there.
the heads, they start to make kind of like an 8 shape. It's round, and then it starts to squeeze in the middle, and they start to separate off. So it kind of makes a little figure 8 first, and then they just start to grow apart, and that's where you get the branching. Now, have you ever had a box in a shipment come completely great, and then the next box, not good?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing, Sean? We haven't opened all the boxes yet. So.
Well, I was just trying to see if we were out of the woods yet.
I know. Recordias, of course, they're all closed up so you can't see, but they'll take these discs and they'll find little pieces of rock that have a recordia, and they'll glue all these on there, so it makes a makeshift man-made colony.
Okay, another torch here?
I kind of went crazy on the torches, didn't I?
Yeah, you like torches.
I do like torches. You know, I like torches, but the hobby likes torches. The perils of having a business is you don't do your
Blastos.
hobby as much. Yes.
Blastomusa, these are really hard to find. Very expensive too, right? And
They're
so-
pretty expensive.
pretty hardy, but slow growing. That's
Very
why they're
slow
so
growing.
expensive. If
Yes.
they grew fast, then they wouldn't be so expensive.
Yes, and that's a pretty good sized colony because you can see there's probably 15 polyps on it.
One of my absolute favorite coral.
For years, my Achilles heel coral, I could not keep blastos. I could keep any acros, I could keep torches, I could keep everything, but blastos I could not keep. That's agani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is rather sizable.
It's a green, but it has a really nice, you can see a couple of the mouths in there, so the mouths are really bright. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but
What's cool about these, Jimmy, is these, when they reproduce, right, they'll drop their little babies off the end.
they can, yeah.
Right there
Yep.
underneath it, and then they just start having more of them that way.
And another torch.
Wow.
That one's kind of nice.
That one looks good. See, Chris looks really happy with
Yes, that's good.
orange one.
Our last orange fungia.
And now these are becoming more increasingly harder to find, because I remember maybe 10 years ago they were a little bit more common,
They're not really popular with people overall, you know.
because they just don't, they're not flowy.
They're not
very
flowy,
bright.
they're not big.
Very bright.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would agree.
Dude, this one. This
I
one.
like that one.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
We'll see how he comes out.
Okay. You can go around me, Chris.
My little frag.
What happens if you leave it in the revive too long?
It'll burn them.
It will.
Yeah, it does burn them. Oh,
Oh no.
did you pick up on the smell?
Yeah, right away.
So there's,
There is at least one. Oh no.
oh, and here we go. So that's an acro. And you can kind of see in there, there's another one.
No.
So those are the acros, and so they'll come in and the water's done, and we'll open these up, but it's completely toast, so usually,
This
so that's a
one's
good one.
So there's a comparison there.
So shipping acropora with transship is risky business, and that's why the wholesalers have them fairly low priced, especially with acros, because the risk, you know, I mean, we're going to lose quite a few of them. Well, not quite a few of them. Good shipments, we lose over half. Some shipments we'll lose just a couple. And then we see stuff like this. Was that a dirty bag?
This was very dirty, yeah.
And so you can kind of see how this one came in, and it looks like it was a tenuous, but it's toast. You
Yeah,
can see
no
all the
shades.
white, and this green is not the color of the coral.
Well, I know. I'm so
It was
sorry.
Sean. We have it on tape.
Completely Great. The next box, not good. Yep.
That is crazy though, because one bag, one box, completely great, but just the sensitivity of acros.
Yeah, and just the sensitivity of acros and the time. You know, trendship is in a long time, and so that one came in good. Looks like a humulus, Acropora humulus. So we're going to skip the revive because they've gone through so much damage already that we'll just go straight into there.
And toast.
See, yet another one.
Wow. Man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is abnormally bad acro shipment. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, another one.
And this is, wow. So the delay, could that have been?
Some.
Yeah.
So yet another one.
So sorry.
Being in Colorado, we don't have direct flights from Jakarta, so it has to hit in LA. So when it hits in LA, it has to be reoxed and then put another 24 hours. In this case, it was more than 24 hours here. And most corals are good with that shipment, but acros aren't.
Oh wow.
So at least we have some DNA. So that's another tenuous, and it looks like one branch is gone. So we have about a 50-50 shot at keeping that whole coral. I'll get my coral cutters and take that branch off here in a minute. But yeah, that one's has a good chance.
So, Fritz fam, when you think about complaining about coral prices, just stop. This is why. I mean, it is very difficult to the process of getting them to you, and there's losses involved. You know, it's quite a process with a lot of risk. So,
this is worse than normal. It's kind of interesting how she opened the bag behind you, and then we are all like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, we knew.
Right then. Now that's abnormally bad. So, how many we got out of there? I think we got.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and that's the water from it.
Look at this, Jimmy. That's what it's going to look like. And honestly, if you just reach over to your screen there, just give it a little scratch, and you can smell it too. New technology YouTube's doing right now. Just give it a scratch, and then hit the like and subscribe button. Okay.
Yeah.
So far.
Fingers passed.
I'm gonna put them in there. Now this is an elegance.
These trackies are a little bit smaller than I would like to see, but they're not bad. There should be pink or purple tips when they open up tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah,
It honestly,
he'll make it.
yeah, that's surprising with how little water was in there. But yeah, I think he's gonna be good.
Oh, Fabia.
Oh wow.
Oh no,
and,
Acan Ecanata.
yeah, dude, and that's got some good colors. Oh, you can't see it, Jimmy. But
Here, do up here.
wow, very cool.
Pretty good sized piece too. So usually she's unboxing them, and I'm going, yes, oh no, yes, no.
And you're figuring
good,
out
bad.
what kind of night this is gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he gonna be happy when he
Yeah.
gets home? Oh no. We have to tell Chris. And it's like we have just several minutes of him being slightly happy, and the video is going to change here, guys.
Oh. Yeah, bad acro shipment. Here, I'll just destroy the evidence, but
Here.
what could it have been? Acro.
Heartbreaking.
So it looks like all the acros melted out on us, but all the LPS look really good. Holy moly. Yeah, that sucks. We ordered 14 acros, and it looks like we got 3 out of the
That
14.
one might still be okay. That's interesting.
You can tell from the water.
Yeah, just slightly less dirty, but it was on its way. So you might be able to save that one.
Yeah. Just looks like a yellow millie, and
Yeah, and these are clove polyps, and they kind of have a different type of mat. They stretch from each other, and so anthens they all stay on one connected mat. But yeah, these look good.
you know, I'm not too disappointed in the acros because this has happened before. It's always disappointing, of course, but I'm not horribly surprised. The LPS and the torches, all those looked really good. I'm impressed with those. The acros, probably not.
If you had a good partner over in Cali, you know, that would bring them in, hold them, let them recover, then send them to you.
They will, you know, and there's great wholesalers out there. It just increases the cost.
Yeah, they're gonna.
You know, and so they get their cut, which I understand that. So sometimes I order directly from them, and sometimes I'm like, let me take a chance, and sometimes you get burned by the chance.
This place.
Yeah.
Doubt you'll be doing much acros with them again.
Probably not any acros with them on the transship side.
Right.
Yeah, probably. And but you know, and I also will talk to them about getting, you know, some credit for them, and we'll go from there. And it could have been just a bad shipment. They go to their wholesalers and go, you know, what happened with these acros? So we'll see. So
Thank you so much for.
I'll stop crying over my acros. But
I know, I can tell you're sad. And,
I know.
I wanna let your wife handle this because I don't really know what to say to make you feel better.